Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to get down to the nitty gritty under 10 minutes or even less. I sometimes go over a second or a minute sometimes. It depends on what I'm talking about. Sometimes I make slight error when I talk sometimes. Sometimes I'll say like 5 seconds or 5 minutes like in my other past video. You know, the attention span of most folks is, they say it's 8 seconds or something, but I believe it's 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what it is, okay, alright, okay. There's some people with ADHD, okay? Everyone has a form of ADHD, depending on the percentage, okay? Now, this video is going to be, if you have any questions, put it down below. All my visitors from now on will be approved by me, so if you want to make an insult, I'll put it down here if it's an intelligent insult, and then we'll go back and forth with the intelligent insult. You want intelligent insults, you put it down. If it's an ignorant insult and you're trying to offend me, I don't want to make you look stupid, because basically most people are stupid, okay? So I don't want you to put something down there. True intellectuals look at little bits and pieces and break it apart. Okay, I'm one of those guys. Okay? I'm one of the mixed negroid, Caucasoid, German type guys, okay, who can analyze shit like that. You can't, and most of you can anyway, okay? But anyhow, this video is going to be about abuse versus discipline. Okay, before we go any further, I did the research on this, and I love to try to be a so-called not pseudo psychologist. I look up my information, and I get it from the books and institutions that's as proper supposed to be. Okay, but we have to separate people from weak. Okay, remember, weak versus strong. Okay, liberal people are weak. Okay, so natural intellectuals who don't do research and know this fact. Okay, and people who are stronger, who are disciplined, tend to be on the strong side. You know, they focus on research and trying to develop their self. Okay, you know, most intellectuals don't smoke or drink or use any drugs, but once in a while, some people use ayahuasca or DMT to try to see the illusionary other side of the world. Okay, but they're still intellectuals. But then there are those liberals who speak with only their emotions. So we got that out of the way. Weak, liberal, or, you know, logical, conservative, okay? Hey, be quiet. No, you might watch her, please. Okay? And that's two different types of people. Now, abuse is basically when a child, okay, this is basically pertaining to adults and children, but we're going to start off with children. When children are young, okay, you're not supposed to abuse them in any form of way, okay? Do you understand what I mean? There's a difference between abuse and discipline. Okay? If you're on the weak side, you go on your own path. You focus on your own path and you abuse your child. Okay? I've been abused, but I would never abuse my child because I have a lot of common sense, okay? I'm an Indigo child. I'm not supposed to do that. I think about the things that can, repercussions of the child that can be offended, okay? Especially daughters versus girls. I should make a video about that too, okay? Raising boys versus daughters, okay? But let me continue on. Abuse is when you think about yourself, okay, right? Rather than the future of the child, okay? Abuse is when you whip your child for something because you're angry at something, okay? I'm an angry person. I'm actually a berserk. That's the most highest fighting skill in the world. You shoot a berserk because you're going to come after your ass like a fucking zombie. You can't fight a zombie. Hits and attacks don't work, okay? When they get angry and they hit you, you're done. You're gone, okay? I've done it before, okay? So, abuse is basically that, okay? Focusing it on yourself, weak, liberal, emotional. Because you've been abused. Okay? So you have not succumbed to overriding your suffering. So you abuse your own child. Okay? Ding, 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 ding. You abuse your own wife. Ding, 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 ding. You know, then you have nothing. And when you do abuse people because you haven't been abused, you can't think spiritually. You keep smoking weed. You slow down your brain processing skills. You keep sagging your pants and shit, right? So that's abuse, okay? Abuse means that taking extension cords. I was whipped by extension cords. I was punched before. Okay, so you know I was locked in the motherfucking room. I couldn't do shit. I was bullied on before. That's all forms of abuse. Okay? Alright? We got that out of the way? Abuse is when you know you're not training your child. You're not disciplining your child. Now I'm gonna separate something here. You know, you got white discipline, you got black discipline, but I'm just gonna put it in all in one shell. That's all it is. If you're emotional and something happened to you, you're gonna put that anger all on your child. You're a cocaine addict. You're automatically abusing your child. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. You're automatically abusing your child, and you need to be punished. Okay? If you smoke, even smoking cigarettes, you're abusing your child. How about that? See, abuse can be psychological, health, and physical. Taking a stick and whipping your child without the child understanding what the child did, you are abusing that child. You're doing something and that child does not understand what you are doing. And you will be fucking cursed. You'll be cursed as hell if that child cries. If that child is whining and crying and suffering, the ways of the world, the spirits will come after your ass, okay? Remember karma dharma. Now I'm gonna go on to now you understand what abuse is now, okay? It could be mental, it could be health-wise, indirectly, or directly, or it could be just something with your fucking ass because you got abused. Now we got the fucking discipline side. Now, you ever heard of Amish families and shit like that? You ever heard of cult-like agendas? Even religion is discipline. Okay, even the kings and queens of old, you can't attack the people. The people are suffering, so they are disciplining themselves indirectly. All right? You know, they have no money, they have no food. So discipline is when you tell your child what will happen before it happens, okay? Okay, it doesn't matter. You keep it secret, keep it safe. You know, if you have, everyone has their own ways of discipline. Now, there was a video I saw a little while ago where a man was punching his son in the face with all the blood and shit. He was coming in. That's not abuse to me, okay? That's not abuse to me. But you keep that shit off the scene. You keep it secret, keep it safe. You take your child to the bathroom or something like that. I'm not saying I would do such a thing because I'm not going to get caught up in the law. But I'm going to tell you that there's ways of taking care of your children's that demon, okay? And you're going to have to, okay, teach the child in a direct, focused way as possible. And you got to focus on yourself and what more you can do. You understand? I believe that there are far more women who need more discipline in the world. There are far more black people who need more discipline than white people, okay? You get what I'm saying? You understand? So you got to focus in on locking that down. You got to lock it down. That's already happening now, you know what I'm saying? And when you're in a relationship, you either are the controller or you're being controlled. But I'm more in the middle. I'm more the controller, but I like to be in the middle. And then I'm the controller. I'm never the weak one, okay? The only time I'm weak is if you actually are getting super smart with me and I like it, okay? And I get weaker because you're getting super smart with me. See the psychology behind that? But if you're truly disciplined, like an Amish family or a religious cult leaders or something like that, and you're scared or something like that, fear helps out a lot. You know, you don't actually have to put in your hands on nobody in order to teach someone something. You really don't. Okay, you remember? I don't do shit like that. I'll take something from you. I'll lock you away somewhere, okay? And you can't say nothing. You won't get out, okay? How about that? If you want to be my trap queen, you're going to be trapped somewhere. Or you're going to lose something. You're going to lose something, I got you, sir. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to use your brain. You know, you don't have to hit nobody. Y'all don't have to hit nobody. Sometimes you may need to hit someone. If the demon, this evil possessed some spirits out there, which children may not understand unless you actually lock them in a certain way, okay? You know what I'm saying? Don't use duct tape. That shit hurts when you pull off the tape, okay? Don't try to put the shit on the YouTube don't try to discipline. Don't do that shit. There's a lot of sensitive people out there who don't have a lot of sense and they'll do that. And to me, half of them are okay. And some of them are a little bit strong, okay? Hot sauce in the mouth is not an abuse to me, okay? The child was doing something wrong and the hot sauce, you know what I'm saying? Certain types of abuse are really not abuse, but there are a lot of people who are sensitive who have not been disciplined. Usually those people who basically say, oh, that's abuse, man. And that person clearly explained why they're disciplining a child. That means they're not disciplined, okay? Use psychology right there. Use common sense. You don't have to hit nobody to do anything, but sometimes you may have to go through other measures, okay? Which is not painful. It don't even hurt the child. It's just the child. It's temporarily going to hurt the child. And people get, oh my goodness, he smacked him with the finger. I can beat your ass with my finger, okay? It says it in the Quran. You can hit your wife with the thinks of your thumb, okay? I think most of you guys need to do that shit. It's entertaining. A lot of women like rough sex now these days, okay? They do. A lot of women like rough sex. Look it up, okay? Okay, now, that's all I wanted to say about the difference between abuse and discipline. You know, there's a lot of people who are not disciplined in this world. So that's why we still believe in religion. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Peace.